Steve. Welcome back to Studio 6. And today we're going to make a dog in Lumber Tycoon 2. Here's our materials list. This is going to be a beginner project. And as always, you can find that materials list on my Twitter feed. Alright, let's get started. We're going to start with a tiny tile. We'll place it down, and this will be one of our paws. And we'll grab another tiny tile, space it out. This dog's going to be 3 units wide. Grab a 1x2x1 wedge. And we'll crank it up and turn it around. That'll be one leg. We'll grab another one. Slide it in. And then we're going to get a 1x1x1 wedge. And this will kind of give us a little bit of a barrel on the chest of our dog. There's obviously different variations you can do. This one is kind of loosely a Labrador. And we'll grab a tiny floor. Continue the barrel. And then we'll grab a 1x2x1 to finish off the tail. Slide it in. Alright. Kind of gives us our basic dog shape for the belly. It curves up to the haunches. Then we'll take our 1x3x1 wedge, flip it over, turn around, slide in on top. And that gives us kind of a point. One more tiny floor. Slide that in right there. And then it looks like we'll probably grab a 1x2x1 wedge, and this will be the neck. Like most of my other builds, you can rotate this piece so that it rotates the head, and that will give you more movement and more staging options for your dogs. I'll show you some different variations on this build at the end of it. Alright. Another 1x2x1 wedge. That'll be the back leg. We'll grab our last 1x2x1 wedge. I'm making this out of walnut, but I've made dogs out of koa. You can certainly make it out of white. There's lots of variations. Feel free to comment on my Twitter page and send pictures of your examples. Love to see them. Grab another tiny floor. Slide it onto our neck. And we'll grab these tiny tiles here real quick and finish off the legs. Again, I like to have my grain going one way, but totally optional. Alright, there's our last paw. Alright, we'll grab another 1x1x1 wedge. Flip around and we'll slide it in. This kind of gives us a jowl for our dog. Let's see. No, I don't think we're ready for a 1 by 1 wedge yet. We'll put that back. We'll grab one more tiny floor. And we'll slide that out into the jowls. And that kind of gives us our head of our dog. It's definitely a more stylized version. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Scooby-Doo. Another small wedge. We'll flip around sideways. And we'll slide it on for an ear. Again, at the end of this video, I'll show different examples of ears that I've played with. This particular way seems to be pretty dynamic. It breaks up the head and conveys a happy dog. All right, there's our ears. All right. Now let's work on the tail. Grab a placement block. And we'll just slide that in underneath. And we'll grab a small wedge we have left. Flip it up, slide it in. And if you wanted a stub tail, you could certainly stop there. And that's the variation on the mats list when you see it. It says 22 to 29 pieces. Totally up to you because you can make this tail as long as you want. All right. We'll put our placement block back. This other future project over here. And we'll grab another tiny wedge. Flip it over. Slide it in. And again, this looks really good just as it is. If you want a pointer dog, you can certainly articulate the legs, front, back, and I'll have some pictures at the end. So you can certainly play around with this model. All right, there's a little bit of a twist in our tail. And we'll flip around and put our last piece in. Oh, looks like it glitched out on us. Fantastic. I'll go over and steal one of these from one of the monkeys. All right, there we go. Now it's got a flip and a dip. All right, you can certainly add a tongue onto it, play with the ears, move the legs, and there we go. A dog. Thank you so much. We'll see you again next time.